Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. I want to give you some practical tips to attract more of good vibes into your life. So if we understand the concept that when we change the way we think, we change our consciousness. And on the other side, when our consciousness is changing, the way we think is changing. So consciousness can be affected by certain external sources, or it can be affected by internal change, by raising your frequency. And when we change our mind, when we change the way we think, when we change our consciousness, we will also elevate our emotional body. We will raise the frequency in our emotional body. So the energy within our bodies will change, and suddenly we will feel that change. We'll feel much more alive. We'll feel much more grounded and much more creative. And there are ways to become more magnetic. As we are raising our energy, we are becoming more magnetic. And what it means to be more magnetic, it means that you become more attractive. Not just for, people around you, to attract more kind people, but also to attract more miracles. If you know how to navigate your mind, how to navigate your thoughts, you start attracting more of those beautiful synchronicities and serendipities, which are leading you into a new reality, which is structured based on that new consciousness you've just evolved into it. So, my friends, what are the things we can do in our lives to attract more of those good vibes to us? The first one I want to mention here is to feed your spirit with some positive energy. So, we may all understand what it means, right? But often we forget, often we get lost in this third dimension, and so many things can distract us. News, information, social media, food, certain pleasures, conversations, needs for our jobs or work or projects or whatever we do. And sometimes we may lose ourselves in all that happening, in all that action. And we may forget to feed our spirits with some positive energy. And if we're not doing that, eventually we experience that decrease of energy within ourselves, and suddenly at some point we experience that state where we feel empty. We feel like we have nothing else to give, like we have nothing more to give. And that's the time when people say, oh, I need to go to vacation, I need to take a break, I need to stop this, I need to break this relationship. But we can make this path much easier if we pay more attention to our energy field and we actually acknowledge how we feel right at this present moment. What's our energy level right now? What's our frequency level right now? To see if we need to feed ourselves with some higher energy. So how to feed yourself with some positive energy? Well, you can meditate. And I can give you right now one truly powerful meditation that can be really, really helpful when it comes to feeding yourself with positive energy. And it's a meditation where you sit down with the correct spine, you relax your face, you relax your neck, you relax your shoulders, your body, and for a moment, you just enjoying that sensation. And as you're slowing down your breathing, you will become more relaxed. And at some point, when you will feel completely relaxed, pay your attention to the left ear and just recognize the space of your left ear, and then recognize the space of your right ear. And find the line between those two ears and find the middle point. It will be a middle point in the center of your head, of your brain. And once you find that middle point, start visualizing the sun, the bright sun. Start visualizing it like a small bubble or a small ball of light as it is slowly expanding and expanding until it reaches the whole area of your head, and it is still expanding and expanding all around your body until it gets to the size of the house, and it is still expanding. And just experience, feel it, and try to see it in your mind's eye. And it's a powerful practice. It's been used in the ancient times. People were using this kind or this form of meditation firstly for raising the energy in their bodies, so they could raise the energy from their lower 3 energy centers into the third eye area, so the spinal fluid can increase its power, so the energy can travel into their brain, and it starts circulating on a faster pace, and it becomes stronger, and suddenly we start to feel that sensation of that new really powerful energy. And you can visualize it for, let's say, for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you will feel it. You will feel this energy, and that's how you can feed your spirit with some positive energy. If you will do it daily, frequently, you will experience really powerful results in your life, in your energy body. That's one way. Then feeding your spirit with positive energy can happen with listening something positive, like music which can elevate you, or watching art which can elevate you. Sometimes we observe a painting and suddenly we experience all this vibrational sensations which were imprinted into art. If art was created with emotions of love, you can feel it because that energy is imprinted in the art. Art may seem like a picture on the wall, but it's actually it's a live vibrational field. And if the artist is making it with emotions of love, joy, passion, happiness, you can feel it. That's why people can connect with art. It's same with music. If music is created with love, with passion, with joy for creating, you will feel it. Same is with guided meditations and all other creations. It's everything in this reality depends of how we create it. Same as when we are cooking food. If we are cooking food with emotions of love, of joy, of happiness, it will be on much higher vibrations. So that's how can we feed our spirits with more positive energy. And it may be really powerful when we pay more attention to how we feel and what we do to increase our energy in the body. Then the second thing I want to mention is to expect miracles. Often people expect the worst possible scenarios because we've been programmed to think that way. But as we're moving through great paradigm shifts, we also need to make that paradigm shift within ourselves, to rather than expecting the worst case scenario, to expect the greatest possible miracles. To remind yourself every time when you fall into the negative thoughts, to pause yourself, to break the screen of that thinking. You can visualize like you're sitting in front of a screen, and rather than thinking the thoughts, you're observing those thoughts on the screen. Maybe you can see pictures of it or certain scenarios, and then just imagine how that screen cracks and suddenly everything is destroyed. Or you can also visualize like you destroy that screen, you throw a rock into it, or you crash it with a hammer, or however you want. And then you imagine a new screen on which you see nothing else but miracles. You see manifestations you want to experience. You see beautiful relationships. You see smiles. People are laughing out of joy. You see beautiful nature. You see trees glowing in light. You see everything in that golden light. You see all wonders, all beauty, and you say to yourself, this is my reality, this is my movie. I'm the main character in this movie. And this is my life. And the thing with that process is that we are slowly reprogramming our minds. So we need to be consistent with it. Every time we catch ourselves in the negative thinking, we slow down. We may recognize if there's a certain source of or a reason why we think that way. If we need to deal with something, maybe there's a certain emotional wound. We need to go deeper, and maybe we need to forgive somebody, or we need to let go of something. But if there's a certain thinking pattern that is constantly repeating, put it onto the screen and destroy it. And then turn on that new movie of your life. It can all be done in your mind's eye, and by practicing it, we will become better at it. Another thing that will help you to attract more of good vibes into your life is to learn to forgive yourself and to trust yourself as well. So if you're wondering how to forgive yourself, well, firstly, we need to become aware of what are the things or the stories we're telling to ourselves, like why we're not good enough, or there may be something we did wrong in the past. But at the same time, we had no idea how to do things better, so we can't be so hard on ourselves. Like, of course, you may find reasons why you can't forgive yourself or why you should be so hard on yourself, but you see that it has no positive benefits. You only feel worse. So the act of forgiving means that you pay attention to firstly how you're treating yourself, and you become more kind to yourself. And you say to yourself, it's okay to feel bad, it's okay to be sad, it's okay if we did something wrong in the past. If we would knew how to do it better, we would do it better. But just forgive. Let's say, well, I've learned the lesson. I will do my best to not repeat my past mistakes. If that's the case, I will do my best to be my best, right? And then trust that process, because forgiveness, it's I believe that it's a whole life process. We'll always find something that a certain reason or a certain thought which will negatively affect us. We'll always find a certain limited belief which we could let go of, or a certain thing we could forgive ourselves to. And we just need to pay more attention to that chattering, or that, some call it monkey mind, that active mind which is constantly thinking. A lot of information in that active mind may be negative, and sometimes all we need to do is just to forgive ourselves for being so hard on ourselves, for being so negative with ourselves, for punishing ourselves because we didn't know how to be better, or how to be more kind, or how to be more compassionate. So trust the process, that you're healing, that everything is working for you, and that you're slowly letting go of the old. Because how letting go, we are hearing a lot about letting go. So how letting go is happening? To let go of the old means that you recognize what is not serving you anymore. You pay attention to it and you release it. You say, well, I will no longer be defined by that story. I will no longer be attracted towards that story. I will no longer be controlled by that story. And that's how you slowly release it. But if you don't design new one, if you don't find new values, if you don't find new reasons to be joyful, to be happy about yourself, you will slowly, most probably, fall back into the old story, because our minds always go back to what's the most familiar to us. So we need to become more familiar with something new, with the new story, with the new understanding of how beautiful and wonderful we are. So we need to teach ourselves that we are worthy, that we are beautiful, that we are amazing. And that's why the previous meditation I mentioned can be so powerful, because in that meditation we may experience a strong sensation of a truly powerful energy, which don't need to be described in words, but it is a beautiful reminder of who we are, because who we truly are can't actually be expressed in words, because words are so limited by our thoughts, and some things can't be expressed through thinking, through thoughts, but they can be felt. So that's why meditation was from ancient times, from the beginning, always one of the main tools to get back into that state of awareness of who we truly are and from where we are coming from. To reassure that we will not lose that connection. And by doing that, you will start attracting so much of good vibes into your life, because now you're raising so much of your energy in your body. So it is truly, truly powerful, my friends. Another thing that will, of course, help you to attract more of good vibes is to go outside and enjoy the earth, enjoy this home that we have for this time. Because there's so many beautiful places. I love so much to go outside and, for example, experience a sunrise or a sunset, or to go on a beach, or to experience that breeze or wind on my skin. I love that. I love the smell of the flowers and the smell of the grass after the rain. I love those things. But still I find myself sometimes when I'm lacking that, and sometimes I feel like I should be more outside, but I don't go outside because of certain reasons, like I don't know, I'm too busy with certain projects or something like that, but I feel called to. So we need to listen those sensations, those feelings, and to spend more time outside. Because it is truly, truly, truly powerful. When you start connecting more with nature, you can hug some trees, you can observe that movement in the wind that is happening when the wind is blowing through the branches of the trees, and so on, and you just experience that kind of hypnotic movement of nature. It is beautiful, truly beautiful. And another thing that will help you to attract good vibes into your life is to do something you love. This is so powerful to me, because doing things that I love to do is something I live for. It is truly, when we do something we love, we become really passionate about it. And then suddenly we just want to do more of it. And because we're doing more of it, we become better at it. And as we become better at doing it, we may make some incredible results. You may be writing a book, you may be doing art, you may be a mechanic, you may be a doctor, a scientist, a researcher, a teacher, whoever. You are just becoming better at it because you love to do that, and people will feel your love for doing that. And to me, that's so beautiful. I love to see people who truly do something they love, because there's something different about their energy. Like, they just feel that love for life. They just, they are there with their whole hearts doing what they love to do, and you see that life in their eyes, and that's beautiful. And those people are always lucky people. Those people are attracting the most incredible relationships, miracles, financial opportunities, and so on. And that's, to me, truly beautiful to see. So do more things you love to do, and you will always attract good vibes. If you don't know what you love to do, then you're actually walking a path of finding it. So don't pull yourself down if you don't know what you love to do. We're all searching those things until we find them, right? I found it some years ago. In 2017, I've quitted my job and I've started doing what I'm doing now. Well, before that, me and Maya went to travel to find ourselves. It's our story. And during that process, we had a lot of breakdowns, many really challenging things with finances, with not knowing what to do, not knowing to whom to go to, because nobody truly understood us back at that time. Nobody felt our dreams or our vision for what we want to do. So when we have nobody to support us, we may find that there is still a source of support which is much greater than anything external, and that's our spirit, the source, the universe, or God, or however we call that power. So back at that time, I've turned myself inward, and I've started to trusting that source, that what I feel that I need to do is what I truly need to do, and that this is my mission and this is my purpose, and I want to make it happen, and I will do anything that is in my power to make it happen. And until this day, I'm still doing that, and I'm more in love with doing that than ever before. So I just want to encourage you to trust that inner feelingness. When you feel that you need to do something, do it, and do whatever is required to make it happen, because sometimes it's not an easy journey, but going through those hard moments, for me, I've learned that I'm always protected. When I had no money to pay the bills, when there's a date on the bill until when you need to pay it, and I had no idea when or where I will find money to pay that bill, the last day of that date, I got a new client, or I got a certain new income opportunity, or something like that happened back at the beginning. And those were not easy moments, but I remember them with such an humble energy of gratitude, because those are my reminders that I'm always protected, and same is everybody is protected that way. But the problem often is that we are afraid. We are just afraid that things may not work well, that the things will just not work out, or whatever. I want to remind you that you are always protected, and that there's a great force which is helping you to fulfill your dreams. But you need to take action, and you need to trust your voice, your heart's intelligence, to make those brave steps into the direction which is truly meant for you. Because the universe always conspires to make things happen for you once you're following your heart and you know what you need to do, and you make things happen. So thanks the universe. Thank the universe, and always express gratitude for all those wonderful opportunities that maybe haven't found you yet, but they're coming towards you, and they will find you, and they're always with you. So my friends, that's how you will attract a lot of good vibes into your life. So this is it for today, my friends. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day, and thanks to all of you for supporting my art in my Etsy shop, AttractPassion. You're all truly appreciated. And to everyone who needs some daily reminders, go and check out my Instagram page, AttractPassion, where I'm sharing daily messages, and my other Instagram page, where you can find my art gallery, AttractPassion. Go there and check it out. My friends, till next time, one love.